extra challenge, you can learn how to stem hop backwards. Ski hack is to talk about the stem turn and how it differs from a two-footed release turn, and why you should actually learn these, even though they're kind of an old school thing. And if you've been watching the videos, you've seen me promote them a couple times for various conditions, especially in hopscotch bumps and in certain wood skiing and other tactical choices. But they also have some takeaway from actual skill building. The skills that you can learn from these are fore and aft balance. You can learn how to turn your legs underneath your hips. You can also learn how to bounce from outside ski to outside ski, and it also just kind of reverses our normal movement pattern. Learning how to intentionally do these, ironically, can get rid of an unintentional stem, which is in a ton of people's skiing. Again, I can go on video left and right, but I'm going to show you what a stem looks like, and I'm going to try to show you what an unintentional stem looks like. It's going to be hard for me to demo because that's a weird thing to have in your skiing. But I'm going to show you some intentional stem turns as I drop my pole, and just how to do them. They're kind of an old school move, but simply put, as you're going down the hill, you're going to stand on the old outside ski, and instead of like a normal release turn, tilting the old outside ski into the turn, that's how I typically think about releasing my skis in a normal release turn. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to reach this foot out and step like that. And there's a couple different ways you can do these, and I'm going to show you. You can either slide or step or even hop. They're all a stem turn. They all have a different purpose, but primarily I'm going to show you how to step out onto your new outside ski. And don't have to buckle my boots for this. It's a pretty easy maneuver. I'm just going to come down here, stand in this ski, step out, reach out. Step out, reach out. Those are some very basic beginner stem turns, and I think the best place to try that is on a really mellow green. They get progressively tougher to do at speed, although I'm going to try to show you some ones done at speed before the video comes out. The other thing is how to do a sequential hop turn. These are extremely useful in really tight areas where doing a hop turn with both of our feet pivoting on their own thing can be almost too slow. Instead, we could take a foot, jump out, and go like that. And if you can't ski with your hands, you might as well just give up, by the way. You have to be able to do all these movements with your hands before you can actually do them with your feet. So the easiest way to do this is just start a giant power wedge, plant your poles like the bullfighter turn, and just take a ski and reach it out. Put it back, reach it out, put it back. And this is something that you can actually do off the snow as well. You don't even need to be able to practice this on the snow. But the most important thing about doing this is learning how to do it without hip rotation and getting the timing right. You'd be surprised at how people feel like they have two left feet whenever they try this. This is both a tactical choice you're gonna make whenever you're in a really weird bump run and you need to cut off the top of your turn, or you just need to hop over a rock and gain some elevation. But it's also a skill. Doing these makes your legs turn more than your hips. It also gets you totally centered on your skis. So let's go ahead and watch the demo. You guys know what demo means? Don't expect much, okay? Broke my rhythm off. It's alright. Nothing's perfect. Those are not easy to do. This is more for the instructors out there, but also just for the average ski nerd. I want to show you what the difference between stem turn, which we've shown several examples of in a wedge Christie, and but realize they're kind of the same thing. They can look superficial to people who are untrained in their eye, but a stem Christie or a stem turn is this move out, where a wedge Christie is the uphill ski, the new outside ski turns in, and that causes a slight wedge to start. So, wedge Christies are definitely the way we start to get into parallel turns, but stem Christies can teach people how to turn their legs, and I will even use it on really beginner skiers. if they're having trouble turning their legs. So I think one thing that we learned about stem stepping is it's learning how to move our body in uncomfortable ways, which can honestly describe a lot of skiing. And but this move in particular really shows us how to turn our legs underneath our hips, which I know you're probably watching this video right after the counter-directional steering, but since this is in midair, you actually are turning your legs against your hips. And it's also teaching us outside ski to outside ski. It's also teaching us how to move our center of mass, our body, over our feet in different ways, because a lot of people have issues with inclinating into the turn too quickly or too much. Guess what you can't do when you do a stem step? You can't incline or move inside too quickly. So lots of good reasons to do this, lots of tactical reasons. I'm going to throw some of those tactical reasons into the video as well. And but I think everybody should learn how to do this and just understand that it shouldn't be the way you turn. And you're probably never going to do it down a groomer unless you're racing and trying to get a higher line. But it's just a way to turn that you can use. Add it to your toolbox. It can actually, intentionally stem stepping can get rid of the unintentional stem that many people have in their skiing. Like and subscribe if you want to see more thoughts on skiing, more hacks, more drills, more technique, and more things about our equipment.